What's up, YouTube? Roger with Rabbits RC's back with another adventure today. Today we're going to be working on the Remo Hobby. I ordered in a new steering servo, the one that we had on it. The first one went out in about a month and a half, 2 months. I replaced that with a used TRX4 steering servo, and it was really weak. Was not strong enough to get me through some of the obstacles. It would bind down, and it was like really laggy and slow. So I went on Amazon and I purchased a 35 kilogram servo from Fleetex, I believe it was called. It was like 26 bucks, 28 bucks, really cheap. Great reviews. I've heard other YouTubers out there working with these, and they say that it's a good entry level. So I went ahead and bought one, tested out myself. Today we're going to install that on the Remo Hobby and see how much faster and how much more power we get out of it. Alright guys, stay tuned. I'm going to get you set up and we'll start working on this truck. Alright guys, we're on the workbench here. I'm going to try to change out this steering servo. First one went out on me. The second one I replaced with a Traxxas TRX4 steering servo, and it's still quite slow and very weak. So it's not really great when you're trying to get over those obstacles and in between those tight spots, and it just doesn't have the power or the throw to get your truck where you need it to be. Also, looking at this, it looks like my wheels are kind of not straight either, but that's neither here or there. I think that's just the design of those axles. Trucks looked in better shape, but you know, all our crawlers go through a little bit of torment as we put them through the paces. So I'm going to go ahead, we're going to take that one out and then see how much better that steering is after I throw in the Amazon special. Alright guys, I got this on the workbench now. What we're going to do is grab some of these bits right here and try to get these off of here. That seems to be the right one. First thing we're going to do is reach over here and unplug our steering servo, and then we're going to drop bits. Luckily I found it. I don't know why that's being pesky today. Go ahead, move my fingers so y'all can see what we're doing here. What's going on? You know what? Just old school with the Allen keys. I am blocking most of that screen with my fingers. Look at me. I just wanted y'all to have a good close up, but maybe that's a little too close. Bear with me here. Just put those out of there. And these two back ones here. I don't know why that is not sticking in there today, but it's being a pain. That's so much quicker. There. And then, of course, got those off. I forgot to do one crucial part. Flip it over here. We'll pull out that bolt from the steering servo. It's not be the same size. Alright. Oh, wrong one. You stay on there. That bit is not wanting to do what I want it to do today. Link off of there. Pull that screw out so we don't lose that. Alright. Put the truck to the side. Alright, so there's the old Traxxas servo that's so weak. Here's the original servo that it came with. This one went out, I don't know, within the first 2 months. That was just a weak, cheap servo. So I did what everybody else on YouTube was doing, and I went and bought the Amazon special. I'll get this out of here, but instead of going with the 25 kilo servo, I went to the nice 35 kilogram. This one was only like $26. Looks like somebody's coming in driving the dogs nuts. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and reverse order, just put the 4 screws in there, put the new servo horn on it, and then wire that in, and then we'll come back and look and see how much better this one does than those other two. Alright guys, when to install that. Did have one slight issue with installing it. I did want to use that aluminum servo horn, but see how it goes up? When I installed that on the servo, it was actually catching on the side of the frame right here. Let's see if you can see this. Alright, see how this plastic servo comes down off of the servo? This horn comes down a little bit where this one is more straight, and when it was coming over, it was clicking and hitting the side of this chassis rail. So wasn't able to use that. I had to use the stock servo horn from this remote hobby, but much faster, much more throw, so, and it's a lot stronger. So I'll put the camera at another angle and give you a straight shot to it, and show you what it looks like from the front. And then this servo is installed. Alright, so this is the front. See how much more throw it's actually giving. It still seems like it's giving more to the right than the left, but I think that's because I think the panhard is keeping it from letting it go so far to the left. I'm gonna have to check my bearings and things inside there, because it just seems like there's a, well, not so much on that one. Whoop. I don't know if that's just the tires moving and the weight, but it definitely doesn't seem a lot faster, but it does seem a little bit better. I think that angle's a little bit better for you guys to see. Yeah, it's giving it a lot more throw, and I'm sure it's a lot stronger than the one that was in there. But until next time, y'all keep having fun with the RC hobby, and if you like this video, definitely hit up in the comments. Let me know what upgrades you'd like to see next. I'm thinking I want to replace the ESC, maybe the motor. I know I want to do some suspension upgrades, but y'all hit me up in the comments. Let me know what y'all want to see next, and make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, and run them RCs hard. Alright guys, let's try this new servo out and see how it works out.
said, for a cheaper truck, this isn't all that bad. Oh yeah, a lot more power. It doesn't give a lot of steering radius because of the width of these axles are actually wider than the axial SCX 10.2. But I'm getting hung up there. Eye-centered. But yeah, that's got a lot more power. And it holds when you're getting into the binds. I don't really have a course built yet. That's one of my future endeavors that I'd like to get done. But yeah, that holds a lot steadier. And even with pressure on it, doesn't phase it. Yeah, it turns even when the weight's on the front wheels. Let's see if I can get down here. I don't even know if you can see the truck anymore. Alright, let's come back closer. Yeah, it doesn't bind up at all. And it's got plenty of power to move those wheels. Yeah, look at that. Even with everything on that one tire up top, it's still moving. Alright, that's so much better. It's not as good as a 444 or one of the new 888s, but for me right now, it's affordable and it's a lot better than what was in it. So thanks again for watching, and y'all have a good afternoon and enjoy your weekend.